I will talk to business owners, and at some point they'll say, you know what, I hired a sales rep and that person did not work out. They had a great interview with us. They had a strong resume. Everything looked perfect, but once they were in the position, they failed. I didn't get what I wanted. When I hear that, I'll sit down with the owner or the sales leader and say, all right, let's take a step back for a moment. What is it that you actually want in the position? Not what HR may have come up with in a job description, but where you really want to go with this position. For example, is this a business development position that's going to require prospecting and hunting, or is this primarily an account management position where you're going to be farming? What is the breakdown between new business and existing business that you're expecting? What are the travel requirements? Are there any channel partners that might be important that this person needs to be able to interact with? And question after question. Once we can define where you want to go with the position and actually write it down, we then can create an ideal candidate profile. Now, that ICP are the criteria that we will use to be able to see any candidates we have, do they actually line up with what we actually want in the position? And it is here that when you look at somebody that didn't make it, you will more than likely see a gap. Here's who we got. This is what we really wanted. And we had a person that may have been qualified, but not for the position that we were looking for. Once you do that, I'll then ask the follow-up, which is, so talk to me about the hiring process. From the screening through the final interview and the offer, what does that look like? Who's involved with this? Who are the people that are going to interview somebody along the way that might have an interest or might be able to validate what you're hearing? And are you going to be using any assessments? If you have defined what you want, if you've got a good process for hiring and you leverage assessments in a smart way, you are really going to be well on your way from finding the right candidate that's out there in sales to the right sales position that you've got.